week in your final preview of the game?
Yeah, I thought Monday, we talked about, obviously the excitement of winning such a big game against an SEC opponent in their place. So that was phenomenal, but I quickly said that enjoyment's got to be over because we got our hands full with a team that's playing hungry and inspired football and playing really, really well, particularly on defense. And so, it's one of those games coming off of BYU, how much that meant to our school, and then obviously the emotions and physical game that it took for us to compete at Arkansas. As a coach, you really worry about what's next, and it's not one that you look at and think, oh my gosh. It's one I look at and think we could be in trouble if we don't handle it right. And so that was the challenge Monday, and truthfully, I think our kids have handled it beautifully. I think their focus, their work, what that means for Saturday, I don't know. We'll see. But I thought their attention to detail, they listened closely to the theme of the week and the lesson I taught on Monday, which was perfect for this week. And so hopefully we can remain in the zone and our focus be where it needs to be, whether our emotions are always, but I don't believe you emotionally can be your peak for 12 games. I don't think that's a reality that exists. But I do think that when you're really going to finish well and be good is when your commitment level is greater than your feelings, and that commitment level has to show in the way you prepare and the way you play each play. So I've been proud of them so far. We got another day to prep and prepare and clean up today. We had some mistakes today. We got to get cleaned up. Tomorrow's walkthrough, or tomorrow night at the hotel's walkthrough. We'll have 2 walkthroughs tomorrow instead of having one Saturday since it's an early kick. So we got some time to clean up the mistakes, but been pleased. Obviously, we're a little short-handed, so somebody's got to step up, next man up. We kind of had that all year, and we'll be ready hopefully to give them a good game.
Coach, you brought up in the bye-week press conference about how you wanted Thursday, Friday night games. I don't know if you heard the Conference USA new media rights deal, but it looks like you're going to play all midweek games in October. Are you excited to get a chance to have a couple midweek games here?
I was talking to Ian this morning. I am personally. I think that Group of 5 schools. I think you could probably pull the stats on this, but I think your chance for exposure on a Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday night is probably a bit greater than on a Saturday when you're sandwiched in between all these Power 5 games that have implications for the playoffs and stuff. I think I know that there's a few drawbacks to fans, but man, I think our students here would be incredible on a weeknight, and I think it gives us great exposure. And so I'm all for it, and I think I just think it's a good idea for the climate of college football right now. I think for us in Conference USA, it was the right move, and I think it'll get us more exposure. So I'm excited about it.
You mentioned on Monday about it would be nice to get in the CFP rankings for the first time, kind of another first for the program. Obviously, you don't have control over how people rank your team and view your team, but is there a little bit of disappointment not getting that, and is that something maybe you could use as motivation this week for your team?
Yeah, I'm not big on using stuff like that for motivation. I think that's fleeting and kind of works sometimes, doesn't. I'm more about let's take care of what we can take care of and control, and we can't control that. I don't understand it. I don't know if you guys can ask questions of the committee in some media session or something, but again, they've got I don't want Tulane's a fine program and they're doing a heck of a job, but they got beat by a team that we beat on the road, and we have the same record, I believe. So it's just kind of hard to understand exactly, because ultimately I believe I'm correct in saying if we were to somehow make it into the top 12 or so, you would have a chance at getting one of those New Year's 6 games. But in order to do that, you got to get in the rankings first to start moving up. And I'm not quite sure. All we can do is try to keep winning. I did not bring that up to our team, and we're just going to keep hopefully winning, and then we'll look on Tuesday night and see if we can't get in it some. And I read somewhere I don't know, our schedule here, it has to be one of the tougher group of 5 schedules this year. Is that accurate or not? I mean,
They cited strength of schedule.
well, I can't imagine. I'd love to see the other strength of schedules, and I don't think they played. I don't know, maybe, but I'd love to see it. But we'll just try to keep winning and see what happens.
Shadro's dad's funeral is Saturday. Is he planning on going home, or is he?
Yeah, he left last night, and our prayers are with him as he and his family go through celebrating his father's life and obviously saying their final goodbyes. So we'll be, without he and Day, which is it's time for TJ and Malik to step up. We've also gotten Treon reps there also just in case, but those two have been anxious to get a shot, and here's their shot, so you got to step up and hopefully they play well.
Did you get word on what Day-Day's injury is and length of absence?
Yeah, unfortunately, he tore his LCL and to make it worse, the tendon that collects from the hip to the knee is torn off, and so they're going to have to go in and repair that. And their best guess is 6 months or so.
How heartbreaking is that for him with the season?
He was playing at a high level, man. I know he's going. I don't know how many yards he had, but I think he was going to be a 1,000-yard rusher for sure before the season was over. And I just think he was playing at a super high level for us, and the team really bought into his energy and his physicality and his love for practice. I mean, this guy he could practice all day, and every run, could be 40 yards if you didn't make him stop. And he just loves the game, and so he's very down, very disappointed, but told me this morning I'm going to use it to get big, and so hopefully we'll, and thankfully he has 2 years left.
Is TJ pretty much at full strength? And
He looked good this week.
Is he excited for this?
He's really excited.
Opportunity?
And, he's been frustrated and coming to me, and truthfully, I'll tell you exactly what I told him is, Day-Day's playing better than you right now, and I think he's a little playing at a higher level, and it's nothing against you. It's just we're going to try to get him a lot of snaps. And but man, just stay in the fight, and he has, and now it's his chance, and I'm excited to see him get that chance.
When you have running backs that get so many miles on them during the season through hits and everything, TJ's injury, albeit a setback at the beginning of the year, is that not sort of a blessing that he's sort of
fresh legs?
Yeah.
You can look at it like that. I'm sure he didn't think it was a blessing, but for our team, I think he and Malik both have fresh legs right now, and hopefully it proves to be beneficial on Saturday.
How have the quarterbacks looked in practice this week?
Up and down. Hopefully we can clean that up tomorrow. We had a few poor choices today, and we got to get them cleaned up tomorrow in film or in the walkthrough. But a little inconsistent, but excited to. I think both Caden and Charlie are at a position where they could play if needed, and so that makes you feel a little better.
Was it nice to have all 6 quarterbacks finally practice?
Oh man, it was awesome. Felt different, and glad to have them out there, and hopefully they can stay healthy.
Hey, John. Ed, you got anything online, Ed or Nick?